Hey!
Hey, hi. Well, there's Nathan saying hi. It's Dee and Dory, the Design Dreamers.
Yes.
So, anyway, welcome to our channel.
Yes, welcome very much. We are going to let Nate the Great do a little drawing for us because he's tired today.
So, here you go, Nader. There you go.
Draw something for us. So this will be a challenge that we'll have coming up in the future.
Yes.
What did you get, Nate?
Oh, a shift dress.
Oh, I love shift dress.
Now, does that mean it doesn't have any darts in it?
No, it doesn't have any waist.
Oh, no waist. Well, that's what most of mine are.
A shift dress can have darts. It just can't have any waist of any kind. It's straight, a shift.
Okay.
So actually, like today, I made a
Or it
tunic.
can flare out.
Shift dress aren't usually flare.
Oh, great. I have to look it up. And then we'll decide what a shift dress is.
Thank you, Nate, for your help. Yes, we appreciate that.
Yes, thank you so much. And it's so nice you're sitting straight. I know it's hard for you sometimes. Yeah, do you have anything to say? No? Okay. All right. So do you want to go away now?
No.
Well, maybe you can sit right next to us and not have to be in the camera. How's that? Does that work? Yeah, okay. All right, just a minute while we get adjusted. Okay, you can see his arm there. He's still here. Whoops, let me get this.
Okay, so as we said, we are Dee and Dory.
Yes, the Design Dreamers. We're all about having fun sewing. Hopefully you had a great week sewing, being thrifty with sewing. Doesn't have to be expensive.
Mine was all thrifted this week. Everything. My pattern. Well, my pattern and my
kitty
fabric.
cat hair. I had kitty cat hair on me. I want to get that off. Yeah, mine was not thrifted. Well, yeah, I mean the pattern I got on sale. You know, I'm sure for $1.99 or a little cheaper depending on when I bought it. I couldn't find the year on it, and my fabric is thrifted. So
Okay.
this is seersucker, I'm sure, from Mom's stash.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So we have a saying today to start us off.
We
An
have
inspirational saying.
Yes, our inspiration saying.
Let me see if you can figure out who it is that said this.
Oh, I'm not good at that.
This is guess who. So the quote is, "True forgiveness is when you can say thank you for that experience." Okay, so now from the quote you might know, but from the information about the person, born in 1954, American talk show hostess, television producer, actress, author, and media proprietor. By the year 2007, she was often ranked as the most influential woman in the world.
Well, isn't that nice? And you just like my hubby, expect me to know these TV
I
stars.
thought you'd be able to guess it. She hosted her own show for a long time.
Okay, good.
She has her own book club.
Are you talking about Oprah Winfrey?
Yes, I am.
I didn't know she was born in 54.
Yes, she was.
Oh, how about that?
Yes, but the saying is what we concentrate on.
Yeah.
True forgiveness is when you can say thank you for that experience. I think that shows wisdom on your part if you can do that.
Well, sure.
You know?
Yeah, if you let it go, you can make it a beneficial instead of a negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people respond good to that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that experience.
Yes.
Now I'll move on.
You don't have to tell them what kind of an experience it was.
Was it good or bad? So anyway, this week was sleeveless. They had to make
Sleeveless.
something sleeveless.
And you'll need to excuse me. My allergies are just really bad today.
Her allergies are bad, and I have one eye that's quite a bit larger than the other eye as far as the pupil goes, because I just had some laser work done on laser work, not lazy, laser work done on this eye. So a couple of years ago, I had cataracts and had them removed. And apparently 30% of people who have their cataracts removed develop scar tissue that goes over the lens.
Mm. And you were
And
one
I
of
was
them.
one of the 30%. And so they cleaned it up today.
Oh, okay. And can you see better?
Well, not quite yet.
You got too much
It's still
in there.
blurry because there's a lot of chemicals they put,
Yeah.
or drops they put in your eyes. But
And how much? keep it down.
It's interesting because the doctor said, I'll never have to clean it again. I said, you need to make a window cleaner like that.
Yeah.
It's like that, once I clean
I'll
it,
buy it.
never has to be cleaned up again. So,
Yeah, very nice.
so it was on this eye. So
So-
it's a little bit.
Is that a hereditary or familiar, something that is in the family? Mom and Dad did it. I don't
think they had it done. When they had their
No,
cataract surgery, they never had another.
So in the
Procedure.
future, if I have to have cataract surgery, I need to be aware of that. I
It
could
might
bring
be.
it up and they'll say,
He
Probably
said
don't worry
some
about it.
people say, oh, it's a second cataract, but it's not. He said it's not. It's just actually scar tissue.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
So anyway,
So
so
I'm
that's
unscarred today.
and, and Dory's and
So I think it's interesting we both made polka dots and didn't even know it.
Yes, we did. We're like, okay, mine are a
Polka.
little more. Yours
I know.
are more elegant. Mine's more playful and casual.
Yeah. So I'm going to talk about mine. I used McCall's 8114. This is an older pattern. It's from 1996. I got it at a thrift store for 50 cents. And I made, so this doesn't have like view A, B, C. Doesn't have that. But I made the tunic view. So mine is the tunic view. And it was interesting. When I opened the pattern, there was a sales slip in there.
Oh, look at that.
And it was from the year 2000. Whoever had purchased this 1996 pattern got it in the year 2000. And she had a list of things that she had bought it in Lansing, Illinois at Vogue Fabrics.
And where did you get the pattern thrifted from? Do you remember?
Yes, I got this in very close to Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, well, there you
So-
go.
Yeah, so this Lansing, Illinois is very close to where I was at. But it was interesting because it shows there's a breakdown of things that she had bought. Like she bought 4 shoulder pads at $3 each.
Okay.
She bought three different threads for $1.95 each. She bought 8 yards of crepe that she got for $2.99 a yard. 9 yards of crepe solids. So the first one was crepe patterns. The other one is 9 yards of crepe solids. She bought for $2.99 a yard. And then she got 40 7/8 yards of different cuts of fabric at $3.99 each.
That's a lot of fabric.
Yeah, she spent a lot of money. It was $249.73 by the time she was done.
Back then, that's huge.
Yeah,
I wonder if she sewed for people.
I wonder too.
Yeah.
I wonder too. But this pattern had not been used. There was nothing cut on it or anything. So it was great. Now, I will tell you about a little bit about this pattern. It's a very easy make. You only have 4 pieces. You have the front, which is on a fold, the back on the fold. You have the facing front on the fold, facing back on the fold. The weird thing is you don't sew your shoulder seams until the very last.
Really?
And you put your facing in, and then you do the shoulder seam without catching your facing, and then you put your facing and slip stitch it over,
Oh, so it's like all enclosed.
so it's all enclosed.
Very
Interesting.
nice. A
Very
nice
interesting.
little technique.
And then on the side slits here, which is interesting, they have you make a little, what would you call it, a little corner? I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about. But I've done these in newer patterns, and they have you just sew all this down and all that. But this is not sewed down except for down here.
Yeah, so they have you finish it off in
A
a more
professional
professional
way.
way, I
Yeah.
guess.
So I like the tunic. So I had gotten this fabric in Michigan at a thrift store in Michigan. And it was on my way home from a little trip I had made to Chicago. And that trip, on that day that I was coming back in Michigan, they had 30% off all their blue tags. And so this was a blue tag fabric.
It's a pretty fabric. I
It
like
is
that
very,
fabric.
very pretty, very flowy. I think it said to use kind of, where is it? The suggested fabrics was, it could be a lightweight linen or a washed silk or crepe.
Mhm.
So I thought that this fabric would work.
Yeah,
well
that
with
worked
it.
perfectly.
So in the summer, this is going to be great.
I agree. It's going to
You know,
be great.
it's cute
nice.
tunic, and I'm sure I'm going to wear this one quite a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cute.
Yeah. Thank you. Would you like to see the review?
Yes, we'll see.
All right.
Very nice, cute, cute. All set for the summer, looking pretty chic with those sunglasses on.
Gotta be summery. Yeah. Yeah, this was a nice pattern. I would highly recommend it.
Very nice.
It calls 8114. View tunic.
View tunic, that's cute.
So what did you make?
I made also sleeveless since that was a challenge.
I was hoping that's what you made.
And right now it's pretty chilly outside.
I know.
But it's like,
This
So-
is an odd thing in December,
yeah.
but we're all set.
But it was our challenge. And Simplicity 1806. And I made, where is it? View A without the ruffle. Okay? The ruffle, I did sew. I do have the ruffle, but the fabric, it just wouldn't lay right for me. I didn't like the way it would have sewed up.
Oh,
I just didn't like it. It was supposed to be just on the one side, like
right.
this, like that, just like this.
Well, I
on
think
this
we
side.
would have just figured out the hem differently somehow.
Well, you know what I need to do is learn how to do the rolled hem on my sewing machine.
Ooh.
That's what I need to do because
Yeah.
these little narrow hems are really challenging.
Very
And
hard.
for all I know, it might be hard to do on there. Well, and anyway, so I didn't put it on because I didn't like the way this turned out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looked, and I thought I'm not
Well,
going to ruin the whole thing. for that.
Exactly. You wouldn't wear it if you didn't like that. So.
Right. So the top itself, it has the centerpiece down here. There's two seams. It's not really a princess seam, just a centerpiece. You can see here in the the drawing there. They really don't show it on the back. You can see that centerpiece, which of course is laid on the fold, and then they have the side front pieces and then the back, and then you have the facing for the neckline. And then you also have the arm bands that you make,
Oh,
which was kind of neat. I liked it.
it's almost like a binding.
Bias tape,
Bias tape.
almost like a bias tape. And I liked the way this went on. It was easy. They have you sew it first on the inside, and then you bring it over and sew it on the outside. It's
in.
folded. Yeah, it's folded under.
So you could use that for other items when you don't have the bias tape, or if you want to have the bias tape made out of your own fabric.
yes,
You could use
I
that
like
as
that
a
one. It was
learning thing.
Yeah, it was really nice, and I liked the look of it.
Yeah.
I think it gave it a more finished.
It does. It
look.
looks, yeah.
I've never done that before. I never had a pattern call for that before.
Yeah.
So, and it also has a view that calls for the same thing in the neckline here, but I did the neckline without that. That had the facing because I like the facing for the neckline.
Yeah.
So
Can I see that pattern real quick?
Yeah.
I'm just kind of curious.
the view I made was supposed to have the view that I made was supposed to have the neck band the same way that the armholes were, but I chose to put the facing in instead. Now, with the instructions for this pattern, there were a couple of things that were odd with it. That would be a challenge.
2012.
2012, I couldn't find it on there, so I'm glad you did.
2012.
2012. So,
Which you know is already going to be 12 years.
I don't want to hear that.
We're in the last month of 2023.
Yeah, I know. So, for one thing, I made view B, right? And I changed up the neckline a little bit because I put the facing in instead of putting the neck band on.
Well, this doesn't show the neckband. A does, but B does not.
It does not, but B does not.
No.
Okay, well, this pattern is the instructions are weird. You have 3 pages of pattern.
Well, there's a lot of different views that you can
There
make
are.
for this this
Mhm.
neckline, which I like that. I like you can do this like cowl, and then you can do. There's a lot of variety.
Yeah, and it fits really
This-
nice.
I love.
I did this in a 12 on the top, and of course, then I expanded to the
Right,
to
you
the
did it good because it fits you perfect.
to the larger in the bust line and down to the hips. So it fits wonderfully. Now, the one thing that I thought was odd says for view B, which I made, before you begin to sew, trim away 5/8 of an inch seam allowance from the armhole edges of the pattern pieces.
Why don't they just make the pattern pieces the right size?
I know. I know. So I actually had
Did you
sewed.
do it?
Yeah, I did. I had to. I sewed up the side seams and did this the shoulder seams before I. You're supposed to cut it away before you do all the sewing. So I'm like, well, let me see. I said, boy, those look awfully small armholes. So I tried it on and I went, oh yeah, you got to cut those away. So I just took my little seam gauge measure that you have, and I put 5/8 and I marked it 5/8 all the way around and cut it out. And then put that on, but you definitely need to do that. I thought that was the oddest thing. I've not had a pattern tell me that before. So that was one thing that I thought was unusual. Then the next thing is because of the neck facing here, that you see the pattern pieces here, they have you have the one big piece for
Can you
the
hold it up
front.
closer so we can
The
see?
one big piece for the front. I can't see it now. For the front, and then you have the back pieces. I don't know if I can point to the right thing or not. To the back pieces. Well, I had to look at that twice. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go, down on the floor again. So the front piece, the front facing, was for the front,
fold.
laid on the fold. The back facing, cut one, laid on the fold. The illustration shows it as two pieces.
It says cut one?
Well, it said, and that was another thing.
It does not say cut.
It-
Let me see.
It does underneath this piece on the part that you cut away. It told you to cut one on the fold and one of the interfacing. So if you didn't put that on the pattern piece, you'd go, what?
Yeah.
But so it was just one piece. It was not two pieces. But the instructions tell you that it is in two pieces. So that's an error there.
Center fold.
Yeah. Yeah, apply the fusible interfacing to the wrong side of the front facing and the back facing sections.
Let me see your layout. Did you notice on the layout whether they laid out one or two? What's the pattern? Now investigating.
Yeah.
Just call me Detective Dory.
Yeah.
So piece number 10, review number B. Is that B you said? Yeah, they have one on the fold.
So there's an error there. There was something that they did not.
Even back then.
Yeah, there was some things that were not done correctly.
See?
So, and then,
Here I thought it was just the modern day patterns.
no. And then they don't tell you to, I think, they don't tell you, let me see it. See, like I said, they gave us all kinds of, which there's a lot of different tops for this.
It's interesting because in the directions it says use these pieces, cut one piece of 8, but it doesn't say cut one piece of 10. But it also doesn't show two pieces of 10.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. So, it doesn't tell
What?
you.
But you only did need one piece.
No, they needed one piece because it was on the fold.
Right.
So it took me a minute. I was like, this isn't,
Because
this is all I need is this
Yes.
because this opens up from here to the shoulders.
Yeah,
And the other piece is from, the front.
but it said both pieces. And
Yeah,
it showed
yeah,
two.
and it showed the two pieces. So that, that could
Which
throw
is-
somebody,
It could.
I could see somebody cutting it in two and then trying to sew it together or something, which would
I'm
not
supposed to
work.
have two of these.
Yeah, because it shows it. And then it does not show, where am I at here? I can't find where
Are
I'm
you
at.
in French? Are you French?
It does not show the hemming of this one, of this view. They just show you how to put in, the facing and the arm, what did they call these? Whatever, the arm,
The bias?
no, the arm
Armholes.
casings, I'm gonna call it. But it doesn't tell you,
Okay.
it doesn't tell you to hem it. There, so you go clear to the end. I said, well, maybe it'll show me at the end because I know I have to hem it.
Right.
Right. Finally, you get through it all, and it says,
Continue as. Oh, that's the wrong one.
oh, there's continue 16. Continue as follows for B and C. Okay,
Press
which,
that key.
but as follows for B and C. So there's the hem allowance there. I couldn't find it. I went over here and it said continue follows for D and E, which is the hem.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, you got to put a hem in it. So, you did.
Exactly.
So it's like,
I
yeah,
think
whatever.
even a beginner can realize that.
Figure
You
that.
gotta hem that. Although,
Although, you know,
Some
so
of the looks are.
besides that, it was a pretty easy pattern. But don't do it when you're tired and they throw you for a loop like that. You're like, what? What am I supposed to do with that? But it worked out well. I like the way it fits. It fits nice. It's very comfortable. It's going to be cool. This is seersucker I made it out of. You could also make it out of fabric like you chose to use. It does talk about using laundered cottons, you know, batiks, crepe bake satin, silks, gauze, voile, double georgette, lightweight linen, and linen blends. So I thought this would be thin enough to work, but it's not. So
it's interesting because your fabric choices are on the top, mine are on the bottom. Suggested fabrics.
Yeah. But anyway, do you want to see the reveal?
Oh, yes. Let's watch it.
See how well it fits?
All right. There you go. Nice summer top.
Yep, nice summer top. Thank you. Yeah, it's going to be great. Now I can see getting a lot of wear out of it. I thought at first it might look too pajama-y, but it doesn't. I think it looks like a top.
Yeah, it looks like a top.
Yeah, you're going to hear Nathan every once in a while in this video, so that's him in the
Now's the
background.
time to tell us.
Yeah, sorry. But anyway, yeah. So give it a try, this pattern. Simplicity 1806, if you can still find it. It's a 2012, probably a vintage, but it's well, not vintage, but you know, an older pattern. I don't think it's probably out there. Although I think I bought it recently because I wasn't buying patterns 10 years ago. Who knows?
No.
Oh,
But we have a viewer's mic. Would you like to see that?
I sure would.
All right, hang on. Okay, so we're going to show you one of our viewers, Nancy L. She made a seatbelt bag.
Okay, seatbelt bag.
Yeah, she took a class to figure out how to do it. And she said the zipper was very confusing to put in. And she could have never done it without the class instructor. But it turned out so good. Isn't that cool?
That is cool. Now, what is a seatbelt bag?
See that? It's all seatbelts.
Oh, it's made out of seatbelt type fabric. Oh my
Yeah.
word, that thing would never wear out.
That's right. And
Oh, look at that.
pretty fabric
Oh,
inside.
that is so pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. And she's got a little clip there for her keys to put on.
Sometimes those classes can be so fun because you learn stuff, you know. Learn
Wow.
how to do something.
Look at that. I love the way the purple and the black
Mm-hmm.
go together.
Mm-hmm.
Wowzer.
Yeah. I bet you get a lot of use out of that.
Bet you do. That is so nice.
Yeah, Nancy. Oh, thanks for sending that in. You know,
Yes,
last
thank you.
week's video was our craft,
Yes.
you know, so I'm
that
sure.
works.
Yeah.
That is cute. Wow. I bet that was fun to make.
Yeah. You do have to have a special machine, I think, to work on seatbelts.
Well, I
Heavy
would
duty.
need a heavy duty needle at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks for sending that in. We enjoyed
Thank
sharing
you.
that with us.
Very
Our
nice.
viewers, yeah. So don't forget, if you have something that you've made and like to share, send it to iso2@mei.net.
Yes, that would be wonderful. We'd love to share it with all of everybody out there, with all of you to see. So
Everybody, one and all.
yes, there we go.
And don't forget, true forgiveness is when you can say thank you for that experience.
Yeah.
So actually, we can learn from everything.
Yeah, well, that's so true. We can. Yes. Yes, we can.
So thank you for watching this week. Please hit subscribe, like, add a comment, send a comment.
Yes, forward and thumbs up and subscribe. You said subscribe.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll just see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Have a great week. Happy thrifting. Happy sewing.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, we just wanted to mention that Joann's is having a Simplicity pattern sale December 7th through 11th. So that's I know you won't get this till Sunday, but you have Sunday night and Monday that you can get Simplicity Patterns for $1.99. And then the following
That is
week,
December 7th through 11th. Did you say that?
I did.
Oh, okay. And the 11th
But
is Monday.
emphasis is good.
Sorry.
Thank you for that experience. So December 14th through 17th, which is another Thursday through Sunday, they're going to have McCall's for $1.99 and Vogue for $5.99. So if you want to get some patterns for a good price, you have,
Whoa! I'm sorry. Sorry.
we're a little crooked now.
Yeah, sorry. That was me.
What are you doing there?
I'm
She's
falling off the edge of the bench here.
I think she's trying to do a circus act.
Hey,
but I can't
I
get a
got it.
straight.
We're crooked. We are so crooked now. Here we go. Got her. Sorry.
Anyway, to get us all in. Anyway, yeah, if you're looking for a pattern, if you have Joann's close to you, they're having that special. Sometimes those specials get missed. I mean,
Oh yeah, I
don't,
miss them frequently because it's like,
I don't know.
What
yeah,
happened?
It's like they don't show up and
I
then suddenly
know.
they're there and then you're like, what? How did I miss that? But anyway, all right, so we'll see you next time.
bye.
Bye.